Hello, guys. Welcome back to the Rotten Brains podcast. One thing before we start, if you hear Cosmonaut and I coughing, we both have like a slight allergy thing going on right now.
Yes.
There we go. That was way too exaggerated and wasn't real, so...
That was just, I thought it'd be funny.
God, we had to get this done because it's been a month and a half.
Yeah.
Quick news. Well, actually, let's get on to introductions first. I'm Hobo, your host. Hey, fearless Hobo.
I'm Miner, the editor.
I'm Cricket, the only one who isn't sick, I guess.
Allergies are different from being sick.
Good point.
I just have complete congestion.
And I'm Cosmonaut, the guy from space.
Stories! Okay, so moving on to the actual news. You guys may have noticed there wasn't the small videos for the book club and the AV club. One of those is my fault for waiting too long. And the second one is Cricket's fault. It's all Cricket's fault. He chose the book. And he never bought it. So he doesn't even have anything to talk about. So we can't talk about it. Cause you and I did read a little bit of it. I didn't get through the whole book, and neither did you. It was Shadows of the Conqueror or something like that from the YouTuber, what's his name? Shadowversity, yeah.
The sword guy.
Honestly, I didn't really enjoy what I read. It was, lore-wise and world-wise, wasn't that bad, but I feel the same way that you and I feel about the Wheel of Time series.
Yeah.
Great world.
Mm-hmm.
Writing, maybe not so much. Maybe could use some work.
Definitely.
You can, a lot, literally you and I talked about it. There's a butthole joke in the first chapter.
Oh yeah, it makes the joke about the butthole. Yeah.
It's not...
It's
just weird.
It's like a really cliche butthole joke.
Yeah. But any which way, moving on.
Let's just ruminate. No, let's ruminate on the butthole joke.
I'm not ruminating.
I'd rather not.
We're moving on.
But buttholes, man.
We're moving on so we can actually chit-chat in the podcast itself.
You're right.
The AV Club video did not come out because as we were getting ready to go do it, Verve canceled their Shudder
Which has me close to canceling my Verve, by the way.
Yeah, it has, but I really like Herman's Quest, and they just brought back Cyanide and Happiness
And
because
videos on it.
I just
of course the editor's just like Scooby-Doo's on it.
I just use it for
No
anime.
fucking way.
I mean, it's kind of because you get
gotta
High
watch my
Dive,
Chinese
you get
cartoons,
High
yeah.
Dive, and you get Crunchyroll for $9.
It's worth it.
That's worth it because Crunchyroll itself is $7.
Yeah.
So what's $3 extra basically on your bill a month to get all of these services?
It'd be stupid to almost get Crunchyroll alone. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and you get access to the Crunchyroll app anyway.
Yeah.
Verve, sponsor
I know,
us.
yeah.
Verve, sponsor us. Verve, sponsor us.
After I shit on you, sponsor us. Right after I said I'm not going to service. Like, you should sponsor us.
That's why you use it. You're like, I'm going to cancel my subscription. And then they give you a freaking code in your email. And you're just like, I never canceled my subscription. Dudes, go get Verve.
Yeah.
Verve.com/cause. Oh, but that's the reason.
No. Hashtag good cause.
They don't use hashtags. It's
It's
backslash.
like the,
Backslash good
the
cause.
affiliate links.
Still, it's for a good cause.
That's what you use for his donation links. Any which way, beyond that, the reason that video didn't come out was legitimately because we can't watch it now. It's really hard to get your hands on. Shudder was one of the only places, and I don't have anything that streams Shudder. Like, I'd have to use my computer, and fine, but not what I wanted. Also, we're like about 5 minutes into this
just so our
podcast.
audience knows I'm picking my nose right now. I want them to know.
Congratulations.
I want them to know.
I hope you find something
just
useful.
so we get this out of the way. Did you guys turn your phone to silent?
No.
Mine
you're
are always
right.
silent.
We're like 5 minutes into this podcast. We're so professional.
Don't ever
Clearly.
ask me. Mine's always silent. or
Yours is
dead.
always dead.
The only thing I'm professional at is shit posting on this podcast.
You really are.
I think you
I
should
wish-
get posted to understand
You should have a response to that, but he's a shit
Ugh.
poster.
Yeah.
God damn. I'm all of the histamines today.
You
And
are.
I'm just picking my nose because, again,
Oh.
this is the Nurgle podcast. We should rename ourselves like Nurgle Brain Production.
Maybe
It's already wrong.
maybe one of the
brains.
podcasts when I'm not here and it's just like you guys and maybe a guest that you invite, you just nurgle it out, and like the editing for that has to be done by someone else because I'm not gonna want to listen to like 45 minutes of just growling of like
Or just like us talking about really gross, like,
Yeah.
bodily things.
Ugh.
On this episode, we find out what Cricket's fetish is. There's something weird. It's-
turns
He-
out
he's feeling
asexual
more-
as hell and has none.
No, I don't think so.
Anyway,
We're not getting onto that subject right
Anyway,
Please
way,
not
so
again.
those were canceled
Yeah.
due to the fact, or at least withheld. We're gonna talk about what we're gonna do next and what our next steps going forward. That Kaz actually put forward for the book club. When we talk about the book club, we'll talk about that. All right. So first up, we just discussed it. We're going to submit a small film to Night Mind's Candy Bowl, right?
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Cricket's working on the
It's gonna be spooky.
the stuff. Also, anyone who watched Cricket's 40K video, just know that the Cricket Corner thing is just a placeholder, in case you didn't join the Discord and see it there.
What was
Well, I don't know, it was a freaking coin rolling across the floor. We need a better recording area.
We need to fucking exercise the ghost that lives in this house. That's what we need to do.
It's funny because every time something falls, my fiance just turns around and she uses the Korg line from fucking Thor, and she's like, "Piss off, ghost!" like she always jokes about like if a
Okay.
ghost was actually haunting us, and just be like, "Grrr," and I'd be like, "Shut up! I'm sleeping." Fine. Like, I swear to God, if I was ever haunted by a ghost, the ghost would just get annoyed. Just like, God, you're like no fun. Go the fuck away! Like stacking the chairs up, like is it Omen
Paranormal.
or
Yeah.
Parano or whatever the movie,
Something like
one of the
that.
horror
Or it
movies.
could be-
Oh no, it's The Exorcist.
Yeah.
Where they stack the chairs up. I'd push the chairs over and be like, BAM! Yo!
Jenga!
I totally won this game!
Ghost Jenga.
You could be like, Bitch Pudding from Robot Chicken. She'd be like, BLAM! What happened to your stupid art project now? It's not an art project! God, it was supposed to be scary! Anyway, which way?
Honestly, I'd be more impressed than scary. I'd be like, wow, you don't even have a body. And you're strong enough to be able to pick up these objects.
Do it now. Do it. I got a camera. Do it now.
Do it now.
Do it now.
You're not going to do it now.
Any which way. So, we talked about it, and we are going to submit a short film to Night Mind's Candy Bowl, and hopefully you guys go and watch it. Hopefully you show Night Mind the support. He's awesome. I really like his content.
I'm really itchy right now. I want you to know that.
Yeah, it's sweaty.
I'm
You
try-
are-
I'm trying to keep
It's the
up-
Nurgle podcast.
I'm trying to keep up with my bodily updates. in this
Welcome
fucking
to
podcast.
the
So
Nurgle
I want like their image of me to be like the most disgusting motherfucker on earth.
That's why Kaz doesn't take off his outfit.
Yeah, 'cause he's just like under that he's like this vile, decaying heap of
He's
shit.
all like flea bitten.
Yeah.
This is why he has to keep the suit on.
Yeah,
not
for space, just to protect people from his nastiness.
So any which way, we'll move on to the
It's
first
like a
part.
reverse wetsuit.
That's pretty deep.
Yeah. Now I can't stop thinking about that video of the guy with the wetsuit on that got filled with the thing of water and he's trying to empty it and it just keeps shifting from leg to leg. You've seen that, right?
No, but it sounds funny as shit.
He got into like this he was trying to take the wetsuit off,
Oh, and
but the water got inside the wetsuit. So it's all like inside one leg. He looks like he has the elephantitis.
Elephantitis, yeah.
So he
That
looks
was-
like he has freaking elephantitis on one leg, and he goes to lift up the leg, and the water shifts into the other.
That sounds fucking maddening.
So like by the end of the video, he's just laying down, giving up on life, and his whole back is just filled with the water.
I'm just gonna live like this till I die.
What if he flips over and then it just sort of drains out around his face?
It's skin tight.
Yeah, it's like
They're skin tight. That's why the water was shifting from leg to
Well, yeah,
leg.
because if they weren't skin tight, the water would just come in the fucking
Yeah.
cracks.
That's why he was trying to get the water out, because it's not supposed to be in there. It's a wetsuit.
It's a whole new meaning to wetsuit. Literally a suit of wetness.
It could look like a human, water balloon. That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking of. Now you know what? Now we have to do for a charity thing in the summer is we put a wetsuit on Cricket and we just fill it up with water.
Why him?
Because he was the one who would freak out the most.
Yeah.
You and I would be like, look at me.
Look
Like,
at me.
we'd
I'm
make
a
jokes.
waterbed man.
And fucking Cricket would be the one who's just like, I don't like this. I can't feel the ground. He looked like the Michelin Man. With his
Stay
robot
puft
goggles
Michelin
on.
Man.
It's just the Michelin Man. Oh my god.
Christ.
Alright, so moving on. So we can bullshit after. The book club.
Hurts.
Always. My face is always hurting because I'm laughing the most during the podcast. Straight up, last time my jaw was hurting so much I couldn't even talk to you guys. You remember that?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I was driving home and I literally couldn't talk to you guys because I'm like, my jaw. I'm always smiling. This is why I love doing the podcast with you guys. So book club. We discussed we're going to do our actual first video this time because we can. We all have access to the book this time on Thrawn
The first book in the new canon.
for Star Wars. Yeah.
Yeah, but
And
it's on. Go read it if you want to.
go read it. Yes, actually go read it.
Yeah.
Again, Ken and I. Yeah, all the time. Cricket and I
Thank you.
are going to listen to the book again on Audible. So it is on Audible. I've read it once, but I forgot because I read so many things in between. Sometimes books get lost
Yeah.
in my head, so it's like they just get pushed out. So I'm happy to read that again. And Thrawn's new book just came out too. Like he's just it looks like from the cover and the back that he's deceiving the Empire.
Ooh.
And he's like betraying the Emperor. So like that's gonna be pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's,
Honestly,
But
it
I'm
makes
sad that he's
sense.
not going to be Imperial because I'm an Imperial boy all the way.
oh yeah, and that's why I love Thrawn. Like I'm not super into the Star Wars movies, but I love the mythos. I love the world. I love the characters. And Thrawn is really one of my favorites.
Why do you have to be a fucking hipster and not just like Star Wars like everyone else?
I don't know.
I don't like how Star Wars is going right now. That's for sure.
Yeah, neither
Yeah,
does every,
I love the prequel so much.
Yeah, but, like,
Attack of the
every-
Clones is
every,
the
like-
best Star Wars ever.
But like every nerdy white
Lisa
boy
can't
doesn't
help
like
but
the
agree
Star
with you.
Wars.
Misa loved those movies.
They only like it because of all the memes that spawn from
It's
it. That's
great
literally only the reason they
Hello
like
there.
Misa lived for the memes.
I'm gonna punch you.
it. I hate Jar Jar so much. Anyway, moving on. So that will be our book club. But, Kaz, do you want to talk about your idea for every so often taking a month and looking at types of books?
Oh yeah, so my idea was that like, what was my idea? The expanded universe.
Yeah.
thing. So like we take like a certain or a genre, right?
A genre,
We
a
organize
series.
our book club around different themes. Like say, I don't know if I'm even doing this right. But, like say like space fantasy would be a month.
Okay.
Or some shit, or like fucking
Yep.
anything. Like
We're doing
sci-fi.
space fantasy now.
Yeah, exactly. or like you could do with expanded universe for like I don't know, like if you wanted like Dungeons
The
and-
Avengers novel, for instance, like
There's an
super.
Avengers novel?
Yeah, there's an Avengers novel that just came out. I just bought the Loki novel that just came out.
I didn't know
They're
Marvel
really good.
made novels.
Navis.
Navis.
you're becoming such a
Hey!
like you're becoming such a white person that like you're abbreviating words that don't need to be abbreviated now. Yo, I just read this great Navi.
I read this great novel.
No, yeah.
I had this. Oh yeah, I know. you
Listen.
mentioned-
Any which way.
Now I regret ever saying that.
So yeah, I do like that idea of taking alternative books or whatever or continuations
Alternate
to
history, or I
Yeah.
was gonna say do it with different expanded universe.
Yeah, and
Like I'm just saying, Alien and Predator, Alien versus Predator universe books. Those are
they're
fucking great.
so good.
There
Yeah,
are tons of them. They're just coming out your ass.
the Alien books in particular have been very, very good as of
Oh,
late. Out of the
yes.
Shadows is one of my
I haven't read any
favorite.
of the recent ones.
Out of the Shadows, go read it. It's awesome.
Ooh.
I just finished it. Really, really good. Audible also on that one.
Sponsor us, Audible.
Audible.
Can
Oh.
we have a crumb of sponsorship, sir?
Please, sir, can I have some more? Right after we like scream and bitch and yell about something ridiculous in a book, and they'll just be like, I don't know if this is.
We are All right, I don't know about these other guys, but like I'm not sponsorship attracting. I'm sponsorship repellent. half
Yeah,
the time.
that's why we're here.
Yeah.
Without us, I think like when we start doing our live streaming stuff, Kaz is gonna be the one with like the least amount of appeal to people.
But
I'm only gonna have appeal because
You'll have a lot of fans, I believe, but like I think.
like broad appeal.
Yeah, like broad,
Yeah.
being able to bring in sponsorships, I think
Yeah,
is gonna
no,
be way
no.
harder than you, than
No,
us.
you know, I'm gonna be like Glenn Beck. Like only people will sponsor me will be like Cash for Gold or some ridiculous shit. Like, fucking, hey, Cash for Gold, motherfuckers!
I don't know. You pick your nose a lot, so maybe they'll be like boogers for gold.
Oh, because I'm kind of like conspiratorial, so that'll work. Because you know all the conspiracy theory motherfuckers.
Yeah.
are in
Buy
Cash for
gold!
Gold. Buy gold. Yeah, I'm gonna be the. That's gonna become my fucking channel, isn't it?
Buy gold.
All right, so yeah, so the economy is gonna collapse, and you're gonna buy gold.
You know, because gold's going to be useful to you after the end of everything.
Yeah, I know. Shiny rock that rust. No, wait, it doesn't rust. It.
It
Doesn't tarnish.
It does not tarnish.
Yeah.
But, and it's also a good conductor, so if you were trying to make electronics, it would be useful. But really, gold, you would
Isn't
worry about
copper
readers.
better, though?
Okay,
Yeah.
you're a fucking geologist now. What is this?
But isn't copper better for electricity and whatnot and the currents,
Yeah,
right?
it is. It's more conductive, but it's also, I
Corrodable.
think, slightly more durable than gold.
no,
No, it's
no,
corrodable.
Copper is soft as fuck.
Yeah, it's corrodable, isn't it? Like it's
Yeah.
way
Yeah,
more
that's why I
corrodable.
told
It,
you.
it builds up calcium and whatnot.
But that also acts as a protective layer.
Why are we doing chemistry?
I don't know. We just bullshit.
I'm doing chemistry at school.
Okay, then answer that for us, will you?
Answer what?
Which is the differences between copper and gold? Go.
We just started chemistry.
I
Hey,
C- in chemistry, so I don't want to fucking hear.
you know,
Oh,
there was a really funny thing though. A really funny story.
Yeah.
So another friend of mine and I got my brother, not this one, my brother, to believe. What was it? Oh my god, I forgot now. It was right on the tip of my tongue, and it just like vanished. It'll come back to me later on in the
I know there's
podcast.
somebody who believes that I'm a quadruple amputee in a trash can.
That
What the
is
fuck?
that is literally the definition of Kaz's life.
What? I'm a triple amputee in a.
It's just filled with manga, though.
So
Yeah.
you're fine.
It's just lined with manga. By the way, talking to manga, since we're in the book club, did you see leather-bound versions of Berserker coming
I
out?
saw that, and
Yes!
I want to like buy them and just like.
Hold.
I was gonna say fuck them, but.
You don't have to do that. You literally just have to finish
But-
the golden arc.
But
Yeah.
paper cuts.
Okay, so like I'm gonna think. Like, how do you fuck a book? How would you fuck a book if you were gonna fuck a book?
I wouldn't.
I mean, like, all right. So I'm thinking like.
No, you do the Roger thing from American Dad, where you cut a hole in the middle of the whole book.
So I'd have to get 2 copies of each volume. One to read and collect, and one to fuck.
Don't touch these versions. These are my special versions.
They have my special sauce.
The Cosmonaut Special, a sticky manga.
We're not gonna say where. What's worse about this is I work at a food place. My special sauce, guys. Find out where I work and get some of my special sauce.
So, any which way.
It's literally just salt water.
The fuck?
Any which way. Moving on from book club. Moving straight into the AV club. We discussed what we're going to watch. And we think we're going to turn it into a smaller series just to do each episode. And we're going to watch The Boys. So if you guys want to watch along, we'll be starting with episode 1, obviously. And then we'll discuss it. And then maybe every week or so we'll put out a video. Or maybe every 2 weeks we'll put out a video about the episode 2, 3 going on. Just to see how it is. And then maybe for the book club, after we're done with The Boys, we pick up The Boys graphic novels and we actually read those instead and discuss like the differences we saw between the show and the thing. What do you think about that? So we can compare and contrast.
And I'll be going into this totally blind. So that'll be interesting because I don't even know what The Boys is. I don't want to hear. I just want to walk into it blind now.
Yeah. Just
Okay.
just know that it's a really unique superhero world
All
with
I know about
awesome
it is
presence.
superheroes and a guy on a Discord I'm in fucking hates it.
It's so good
That's
though.
all
I guess
I-
that's all the more reason for you to watch.
yeah, I mean seriously, so you can actually have a
Come
back
back with this
like,
guy.
like oh why do you hate that? That's kind of an awesome
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
Like, one of the things I'll say about The Boys, so, like, from what I've read, because I have read, like, the first 5 issues, I think.
My head is so itchy right now.
That's because you don't take your helmet off enough.
Yeah.
Anyway, right.
Scratching
What
the
I've
glass
read
trying to
so far, it's like they destroy tropes. So like the Flash in their universe is like an soul who just runs straight through people and kills them, and then like doesn't even think about it through
I thought you were
like.
gonna say he's obese, and that'd be really funny. He was, like, really
There is
fat,
a fast obese guy, and I believe he's part of DC, but I don't know who it is. But I believe there is one. Who's
I just want this huge, fucking 600-pound motherfucker.
That's the Blob
who
with
just-
speed
who
powers.
just
It's
runs
fantastic.
as fast as fuck just to confuse people.
What happens when he trips?
Nobody stops the Juggernaut.
I just want to be like disgusting. I want to just be like, like belly out to a mile,
I'm
and just like
imagining-
we're sprinting like at the flash speed, and all you see is a blur of this giant shaking fat belly.
It's like flapping behind him a little bit.
His fat folds are like flapping in the wind, like in a.
And if he stops, the extra skin just goes.
Yeah, it's like shoots forward and like.
The elastic band's
That's
back
one
to
of
his
his
body.
attacks, is he,
That
like,
is-
fat slaps you with extreme speed.
That is disgusting.
Welcome to the Nurgle podcast.
And you can tell, like, he's the
You
one
know,
that's
a
fat.
speedy, a fat guy with speed. All I can honestly think of is me, because I'm a little overweight. Is if I had speed powers, the only thing I'd ever use them for is to get home to shit.
Yeah, I have to shit, guys.
And then you're right back, and you're like,
You ever really had to shit, and then someone was talking to you, and you're like, "Shut the fuck up! I have to poop."
"Get out of my way! I gotta go to the bathroom."
You'll like you'll be in the car together, and someone will be talking to you, and like, "You need to shut the fuck up! I need to focus on my asshole right now, so I don't shit my pants. Shut the fuck up!"
I remember there was one trip Cricket and I took where we had to stop at a McDonald's with one of our friends. And we're sitting there waiting for him for like 30 minutes. And he comes back with a hamburger, and we're just like, what? And he's just like, "Oh, I fell asleep on the toilet." And I got a hamburger. And then like we just took off and took us back to Cricket's place, and like the whole day I remember you and I were just like, if only one of us went in with him, we probably could have kept him awake, but also his gas would have killed us.
I feel bad for them that the people had to clean that bathroom later that night.
Oh, God.
Oh no.
Well, at least he bought a hamburger.
He bought a $1 hamburger, if I remember correctly, because he was like, "Oh, they only get it to
Yeah.
Customers."
Yeah.
So he bought like a $1 thing. He fell asleep on the toilet.
Ow!
Other people that have to use that toilet, I feel sad for.
I bet you.
Like, how long of a shit do you have to take?
He's done it before! At Cricket's place, we thought he left. It was like an hour, 2 hours.
What the fuck?
And he was in the bathroom the whole time. And he came in the room and we're like, "Oh, we thought you left." And he's like, "I fell asleep on the toilet. What happened?" His own gas knocked him out or something because he fell asleep.
Now we keep the window open.
It was-
pass out.
Well, there was also the Carney Pickle incident.
I heard about this.
no.
I heard about this.
Should we tell the viewers about the Carney Pickle incident? Maybe one day you can future animate it.
I think you should just close it there to build suspense and tell about it all the time.
We should tell it in another podcast.
Yeah.
They have to watch all the podcasts to eventually find out about the Carney Pickle story. And we'll just offhandedly mention different things about it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that works for
Don't
me.
touch the mic. You gotta cause it to go and do sounds.
You literally just told him in his head, smack the mic as hard as possible because I'm an a-hole. See, what you told Kaz was, don't hit the mic. That translates through his big,
Kaz
thick
speak.
skull as Kaz speak for, punch this thing.
I'll get my wrench.
You don't have a good one.
We don't have a wrench in this. Do you have a wrench in this house? I don't know.
I'm gonna make one.
And he fucking will make a wrench.
Yeah, he'll just come back with
He'll be
one.
made of foam, but he'll make it.
It'll still hurt eventually. There'll probably be some PVC piping or something.
I actually just got some PVC, so yeah.
See? Watch out, cuz.
Burping.
You're gonna get hit
Better
with a...
run.
I'm trying to burp into the mic.
Yeah,
It's not
you
working.
know what we need to do at one point is get him up in makeup and do a ASMR video for Nurglets.
What kind of, like demon makeup?
Yeah, you just look like a Nurgle.
Oh.
And you just like
See,
make nasty
I-
sounds
I-
in the
I-
mic, and we'll see how successful it is.
Yeah,
I don't know if able to hear that.
you
in my
sit
like,
there. No, you.
Don't do it in front of my mic. It's innocent. It's never hurt you. Okay,
There's some
so
moisture on it.
so yeah, we're gonna do the AV Club. Before we do the actual videos for the boys, I think we'll put a little disclaimer in there, like, hey, look, one, it's a comic book thing, but it's not for kids.
It's mature.
Make sure you've watched the episode, because we are going to spoil each episode. And this is the good thing about doing streaming shows, I believe, because we can watch them all, and you can too. So, like, don't watch it if you haven't watched the series.
Correct.
It's Amazon only, though, by the way. It's an
Yeah,
Amazon
I have
exclusive.
Prime.
Yeah.
Who doesn't have Prime? It's 2019.
We all have Prime.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's 2019. Everybody has Prime.
We all pay Jeff
Give it up to
Bezos.
Mrs. Prime.
Alright.
What? I didn't hear that.
No,
Yes.
you stop this.
Yes.
Okay. Hey, if Optimus
Why do I
lands in the
always burp
Amazon, is
during
he
these
Amazon Prime
Every
now?
time we-
If Optimus just lands in the Amazon and decides that that's where he's going to set up the Autobot base, is he now Prime of the Amazon? Or Amazon Prime?
Yes.
Fred Burger, yes. Next, we're just going to talk about Rotten Brains games. We're going to talk about what games are coming out, what games we've played. I played the beta for, it comes out, Code Vein.
Oh, I pre-ordered that game a fucking year and a half ago when it was supposed to be released, and now I'm about to play it on Friday. I'm
It
excited.
has amazing graphics, awesome storytelling mechanics.
I'm
I love
excited.
it.
I'm excited.
I don't have the money to pick it up, but next when you play it, see how far you get, whatever, maybe we can talk about it.
I was
You played Astral Chain. I
Yes.
still didn't. My game came out. The game I was talking about when we first did the first podcast, Daemon X Machina, and I don't have the money to pick it up. And I'm super
yeah,
depressed.
that game.
It looks so cool. It looks right up my alley. It's so cool, and I can't wait to actually be able to pick it up and play it. They even made custom controllers, Daemon X Machina controllers that like have customizable buttons.
It still
So
didn't
like
come out.
you can change the button layout basically if you feel more comfortable with a certain type of controller. So that's really cool to me. They really appeal to me. I think it's going to be pretty cool. And it's cool they go right on the Switch too. Like you just slide them on the Switch like they're Joy-Cons, but they're not Joy-Cons. They're different types of controllers. Maybe I'll show you after the podcast.
Yeah.
They look really cool.
Sorry
what
to keep
el-
burping. We're nerdles.
What else?
You're Nurgles.
What else
Yeah,
just
'cause you're-
recently came
Yeah,
out?
you're right.
Oh, Borderlands 3, obviously. I've been working on the review for Borderlands 3. It's going to be our first big AAA review. I have to say, I really am enjoying it. I'm going to save a lot for the review, but I'm showing them now. My review is like 6 pages long.
That's a lot of writing for a video game.
I'm not even done. I haven't even put my verdict in there. I'm waiting until I get to level 50 so I can actually, I can explore
My
every
leg is
crevice
touching
of the
Cricket's
game that
leg
I
and it's
want.
making him very uncomfortable. I can tell.
Stop.
He doesn't like it.
Just rub each other. This is the Slanesh podcast now.
I'm just like rubbing his shoulder and he keeps like knocking
Pop
me
the
in.
baby oil!
Cricket, don't you want a nice massage on your neck? Oh my god, he's making like hard ass.
It'd be funny if,
He's like swinging his hands around wild.
not,
I don't know, I can hear
could
his
you
like, wrist joints crack.
could you imagine a Nurgle massage? It's just pus. Just rubbing pus.
Oh god! And it, like, it's like a slurry of like pus and shit and piss and blood. It's like all being rubbed on you.
I'm glad that I haven't had anything to eat recently.
Oh god, yeah, he's sickened. I'm sorry.
It'd be great. We'd film it for the.
I'm directly in front of you.
Imagine how warm.
We
it
can
is.
put Cos's helmet on and see what that does. Just
I would love to see someone throw up in a space helmet. Phew! Right under the fucking glass of the helmet.
You're making the next one then.
like little potato chunks here and there.
Oh yeah.
All right, moving on from disgustingness.
Please, thank you.
God. So we have been doing our Minecraft stuff. Really bringing back memories from our original server. And I love what we did with Frank. Go
Hey.
watch the last episode.
Please don't swear on my Christian Minecraft server.
We didn't swear
Not even
yet.
in it. But how do you know? Maybe I have a Christian Minecraft server. You don't know.
It'd be funny if you
Oh, yeah,
did,
sure.
because it'd be the worst.
Why would it be the worst?
Because you wouldn't even be there, so there's nobody to moderate it, so it's the absolute worst.
It becomes absolute anarchy.
Yeah, actually, I don't even have Minecraft. So.
I know.
Yeah.
We should get him Minecraft so he has to join us.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I was thinking about actually
I
getting
played
a.
Minecraft before.
I was thinking about actually getting a server officially set up for us to
So
start.
that way...
Unfortunately, it costs money monthly, so I don't have that right
How much
now.
does it cost monthly, even? I wonder.
It depends on what services you want, because you can apply for special services for them to host your server with mods, or you can have so much data thrown in, so this way it runs smoother.
Yeah.
Like, there's different data plans and whatnot to go along with it. So
If I was running a Minecraft server like that, I would not only not permit it, I would actively encourage people to make giant dick structures.
you don't have to encourage it. It
Yeah, it'll
happens.
just happen.
Yeah, you
Us
sit
will
there and
think-
you're like, oh, this is not a dick. You look up, there's just a big dick there.
Speaking of giant dicks in Minecraft,
Oh,
the
God.
first server that Cricket and I were ever on, I was friends with the guy next to us. Like, he was in the neighboring house to us. I became friends with him. Cricket didn't really like him that much. I thought he was hilarious. This guy and I leveled a mountain together and built a gigantic penis that squirted milk buckets at people. And I remember Cricket's instant. What should I say? Instant.
Car.
No, it was more of.
Revulsion?
Yeah, and I was looking for distaste and amazement at the fact that we were able to actually get it to properly do this.
Yeah!
Both together. This was before hoppers or anything. We're actually in the game.
Yeah, this is just raw redstone.
Yeah, and we were able to use. Well, the pistons were there.
Oh,
We were able
okay.
to push the pistons to push the milk. I remember that. But we were just like feeding people milk from a giant penis.
The
So
milk of the land being fed to the people.
It's the milk farm.
any which way, we did that. So yes, I built the giant penis with redstones in its balls.
It's balls.
In its balls.
Balls.
I'm gonna say it like a Boston person. Balls.
My balls hurt in Boston.
In Harvard Yard.
I tried
you
real
throw that
hard to fix my balls at Harvard Yard. No.
you just throw that in at the end of any like Boston accent. Harvard Yard. Harvard Yard.
It's Harvard Yard.
It's Harvard.
It's not Harvard. We're not fucking from New Jersey.
It's Harvard.
I was once in Virginia with my mom, and we were talking to this guy, like an old guy at this museum or whatever.
Yeah.
And he asked if we're from New Jersey, and I'm like, we don't sound that fucking bad, motherfucker. You old piece of shit. We don't sound that. If you're listening, by any chance, you old man from Virginia, like 5 or 7 or 10 fucking years ago. Yeah, me and my mom don't sound that fucking bad that we're from New Jersey, okay? Fight me. Oh, fight this elderly man. I think he was from the deep south too. I'm going to go to fucking bumfuck Mississippi, where you're from, and fight you because I do not sound like I'm from fucking New Jersey.
I want there to be get an email from a jacked old man. He's just like, "Come on, son, you sound like you from Jersey." Nah, thanks.
We're cool.
That's what I thought, son.
Why does every old man from the South sound like a freaking miner from the goddamn 1950s with you?
Guys, it's funny.
Cause you're funny. Hey, look, dynamite.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
because
blow
in
this
Cricket's
place
mind,
sky.
like everything like west of the Appalachian Mountains is just a giant mining land, and south of like the Mason-Dixon, he thinks everyone outside of like the box that is formed by Appalachia
Is a woman that's a like a flower wearing what do they call those umbrellas? The
parasols.
parasol holding. Oh, my father told me.
My father told me some mighty things about you, sir.
That's
Never
every.
say that again. Never use that voice.
Oh, I'm gonna be a Southern belle.
I did that too. Go back and watch our first series on Wooten. By the way, news on Grapplebug. He's been updating on Twitter. I've been watching some of his Twitch streams. He is making Wooten DX, the director's cut, and then he's going to start working on a sequel.
Ooh, yeah.
I say Wooten! Yeah? No? Okay, fine, fuck you. Anyway,
So,
try.
I know that Woo-In is a game that you guys played on the channel. That's all I know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's what we're talking about.
I know, but like I don't
But
know about anything.
it was a very small, mini indie game. And it was very fun with an awesome
It
mechanic.
was so wholesome.
I'm like, I don't know the videos that are on this channel.
We know. You still haven't done your reviews proper, so that's cool.
You know what? I was
Yeah,
actually
Ben Brace.
thinking, I was gonna. Don't bring that up. I was thinking about. Alright, he has Cricket's Corner or whatever. Cosmonauts Capsule. Come
Yeah,
on,
we can
man.
do that. Well, his is going to be Cricket's Workshop is the word, the way we're going now. Cause
I like Cricket's Corner.
I was using Cricket's Corner as only gaming stuff, but he doesn't like it. But I figured maybe
no,
we
but
could
you need the alliteration. Alliteration is good.
we can do Cricket's Workshop
That doesn't
for
alliterate.
we could do
Doesn't fucking
what? No,
alliterate.
where's the thing? Cricket's Workshop is when he's actually doing his live action, like how to make props thing, because he wants to do a special effects stuff where he shows people how to make it. So that I've already thought about that, but that's why I did it. Alliteration was kind of the thing, and I
Yeah.
spelt the corner with a
Yes,
K
yes.
Yeah.
because I'm awesome.
Yeah, but that's the other problem. How many words start with K?
Corner. Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat.
Anything in the combat universe. Every time I say cool, I spell it with a K.
My name.
Yeah, it's true. If you ever texted with him, he always spells
Cricket
full
starts with a K.
It bothers
That is-
me.
And it's not even real cricket, because guess what? Cricket is actually spelled with a C. So guess what? You can't even bullshit me because you spelled cricket with a K. You 2006 Xbox 360 gamer.
Yeah,
I bet you even had the grunt icon.
with the lowercase x. No, with the uppercase x, lowercase x, uppercase x, cricket, uppercase x, lowercase x.
Dash 420.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, 'cause everyone who has an Xbox smoke weed, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much all of them. 90% when I was working at the game store, 90% came in for smoke damage. Cricket can tell you, like,
For real?
when he was there. Yeah, when
For
he was
real?
there, like, 90% of them were just yellow on the inside because people would just not
Ventilate their weed room.
ventilate their rooms, yeah.
They wouldn't ventilate their weed room.
It's like they're blowing it directly into the fan sometimes. Like, it was
Hey, dude,
bad.
Watch, I'm gonna blow my weed smoke into the Xbox.
My
Yeah, the
Xbox
Xbox
is
is
high! It starts glowing red.
The red ring.
It's not even the red ring, it just starts glowing red now because red eyes
Yeah,
is
yeah,
the
yeah.
side effect, yeah.
I know how I could get the high score.
And then the Xbox starts, every time they make a joke, the Xbox disc tray comes in and out like it's sticking its tongue out. Like,
Now I want us to get Cricket stoned. What's that happen?
You said
I-
get Cricket stoned and my brain went instantly into his brain, which was throwing rocks at him.
Oh my god.
Sorry, that was straight into
No,
Cricket's mind of
we
like,
need to have,
we need
like,
to get
a
Cricket
Ryan
stoned.
Brains head
I don't
session.
want to get hit with rocks.
No, I'm calling it Rotten Brains head session. We smoke weed, we do acid. That's fun on Rotten Brains.
I do not like this.
No, I'm one of my biggest bucket list.
I know,
things
is to do acid.
Do acid or shrooms or maybe both. Not at the same time,
Do,
of course. But,
do it in Amsterdam where you could get away with anything.
and then I can just fuck a prostitute in Amsterdam too. While I'm high on acid, like her head turns into like a tentacle or fucking some weird shit. Dude.
You're actually just humping a light bulb.
Yeah,
Well, we're just filming it and laughing at you because that's what friends do. They don't actually help in that situation.
And in Amsterdam, I wouldn't get arrested for it.
Yep.
They'll be like, hey.
Unless you're carrying like a huge amount of marijuana on you, you can't get
No,
arrested.
the fact that I'm like humping a telephone pole, I won't even get arrested.
The cops will probably cheer you on.
The cops will be like, hey,
Whoa,
look.
whoa.
No,
Whoa.
they'll be Dutch. They'll be like, hey, look. This American. Why do I make this a fucking Dutch person? I don't know.
Whoa. Have you ever seen the Amsterdam parties? That's what they yell. They whoa.
We can
I
never
don't know
go to
why.
Netherlands now. They'll ban us because we fucking made racist comments.
My family's last name was banned in
Denmark. You said.
Denmark, yeah, and we don't know why.
I
We
would
have no-
love
fucked
to
a
send a
princess.
message and ask.
We stole a princess when my family was still Vikings. That wouldn't make sense though, because common law wasn't put into place yet, so
That's true,
it,
yeah.
it wouldn't make any sense if it was the Viking names.
Yeah.
That'd be something.
Yeah, maybe you can send a letter and be like, hey,
Hey, Denmark. Let me in, bitch.
could you please at least tell me why my family is not allowed inside Denmark?
Yeah, because apparently, according to like Ancestry.com, all of my ancestors who came from Denmark were forced out of the country.
And they'll be like, Uten Boten, you can't come back, Uten Boten, because you are a
Uten
fucking...
Boten?
Uten Boten is how they speak.
So, hold up.
Orkabangarangau.
The Denmark is the Canada of the UK, of the EU.
Yeah.
Sorry, and so that's why Canada says boot, and so they just took off the front part. They're
We
just
won't
boot.
let you into Alanya because you raped our princess, and you farted in the church,
Okay.
Oh man, talking about farting in churches. When I was a kid, I ripped a hard fart so bad in my church during the moment of silence that straight up people thought Satan was in the church. It was bad. There was an old lady who actually got scared. My stomach was so upset. Like the night before, I ate like a ton of beans and hot dogs. So like as a kid, I was just like, girl. My stomach
bad
literally
at
went
church as a kid.
blump. And I felt like a lava lamp was in my stomach, and it just... and it was right at the time when they were like, moment of silence, please, and it's
Moment of
just...
silence for our Lord. Just ripping ass in the middle of that.
And straight up, one of the ladies behind us was just like, just fucking freaking the hell
I
out.
want to go for just that reason with the little lady.
My church is gone. They destroyed it.
No, I want to like go to churches and like fart really loud. I want to like always.
Here's the thing. You just walk in. Here's an idea for a skit.
Oh no.
You walk into a church with a clipboard and a pen. You just look up and you fart. And then you mark it off and you leave.
So I get like every world religion. Every sect. Okay, we're going to the Catholic Church. We're going to the synagogue. We're going to the mosque, Sunni and Shia mosque, Orthodox and Reformed Judaism. We go to like the fucking
And you just
Hindu
fart.
temple. Every major, like the Shaivist and the fucking Hare
You're not
Krishna.
offending the religion. You're just sounding the acoustics.
Yeah.
Acoustic
you know those
test.
echoey churches they have in Europe, like where it's like the
echoey one?
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like the one in Spain and stuff. It's probably like fart and it's like. Like
Yeah, but here's the thing. Echoing something lower would actually reverberate it very low. So it would eventually just die out after 3 or 4. It would have to be like a monster of a fart.
Oh god.
I love how we're talking about the physics and sound quality of farts.
I'll like prepare for it. I'll like plug up my asshole and beans for a week.
You just get there and you're just like, oh, you just strike a pose and
And it's like, and I pull like a cork out of my ass. Yeah, like a mighty
sounds like a
sound.
goddamn tuba.
It's so fucking funny. Get over it. Farts are funny. Cricket, I mean.
Cricket the robot can't fart. That's why he doesn't find it funny.
We need to build a farting robot.
We have
What?
No, we don't have a farting robot. I was saying
Like, where?
we
I
have to
want
get
it.
our friend to eat a carny pickle and then do that. And see how many people just... like, they... I don't know if it's killer. But, seriously. Any which way.
It probably was.
What religion do you think would take it the hardest? Me farting in their church.
I'd say a mix between Roman Catholic.
Oh yeah, they wouldn't like it.
I was raised Roman Catholic, so I know how much they don't like it.
I want to go to a Russian Orthodox church and fart really loud when they're singing their Russian.
You
choir.
just die. You get shot with a crossbow, and you're just like, why is...
Crossbow?
Because you're in Russia.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
Why
You
would
get hit with an AK-47. They don't even use the bullet.
even
They just
shoot it, they
fucking
just
throw
throw it
the
at you.
gun at you.
No,
Niet!
no, they have the AK-47 loaded in the crossbow. The priest himself fires it at you.
It's like when you see the Russian priest like blessing the guns, and people like you know that, right? And then it says like +5 holy damage.
Have you seen the craziest Russian gun thing? I think one of the Russian YouTubers did it. It was like a gun on top of 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 a gun, and then when he pulls the bottom gun, they all fire.
Oh yeah, I
It
just
just
seen that.
flies backwards. Like, that's the Russian gun. Just I have no hands. My hand was glued to gun.
And now's where we lose our probably non-existent Russian viewership.
We're never getting hacked by Russia. Because they don't care enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Win.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Any which way. So, are
We've
we
been
going...
really off topic?
Yeah.
No,
what are
we
talking
did
about?
all the topics. That's why I bum rushed through them. We did AV Club.
Yeah.
We did Book Club first. We did AV Club second. Then we did the games and we talked about the games. And that's why I was trying to rush through it. I mean, so we could actually talk
Yeah.
and just bullshit. Because we've talked about this before,
Yeah,
where
we should talk
we've
about
kind of wanted the Rotten Brains podcast to become us just talking.
Like an autobiographical nightmare.
It is.
Excuse me.
And you live in a garbage can full of manga.
Yeah. In space, because I'm a cosmonaut.
Yeah, you're in the trash with your waifus.
Why can I picture?
Mother, I said, whatever you want about me, don't talk shit about my wife.
I don't know why, but now I want oh, you know what we could talk about real quick after I tell you this. I want
Sorry.
the creators of Cut and Run to create you a waifu figure of the frog.
What for?
Cricket. I want them to make a waifu figurine.
If they can give me the 3D model, I'll print it.
I want them to gift it to you.
Oh my god.
I still hate the fact that we were never able to actually put up that interview because we didn't have great quality
Yeah,
with it.
it was horrible.
The audio.
Yeah.
The audio was complete garbage.
We should have done exactly what the developer said. Him and I thought about it at the same time. Use the recorders on our phone. And we
No, I still
totally
have
forgot.
that video. I should
Yeah.
give it to you.
Maybe we can put up like the silent version and like
maybe
the background of
maybe
this.
maybe one day we could actually subtitle it and put it up with some stuff because you and I talked about going back, which is what I was going to talk about now. Actually, the live charity stream that we're going to do in is it November? Yeah, November.
Mhm.
We said like November 12th, 13th that week. We're going to do a 24-hour podcast one of those days.
Okay.
I will start it off, obviously. I'll try to get up super early, set everything up. We're going to do a couple test streams, obviously. And most of those are going to be in October.
Okay.
Because, we got to test it out. We got to make
Spooktober.
sure that everything works.
We'll
yeah,
do
Spooktober, yeah.
Do a live
There we go.
Spooktober stuff.
Does anyone own Spooktober? I don't think they do, right?
No. Probably.
Cool. We can call our stuff, that's
Oh,
what we,
I see. You mean like copyright. I thought
yeah,
it was a
is
game.
anyone copyright it? I don't think so. I don't think you could. It's something that's so
Weird.
dumb, yeah.
I bet somebody did at one point, and it's just not.
Yeah,
I mean,
any which way.
I guess we'll find out.
So the live thing, we're still doing that. It's going to be a 24-hour stream. I'm going to start it off by playing some games in the morning. Cricket, you'll join me halfway through the day. Then Kaz will join me. We'll probably do a live broadcast of our thing once we get that properly set up. We just need that one
I feel
piece.
like what would happen.
You keep forgetting to buy it.
Oh, I have to buy that shit. I got paid today. I should do that.
It's that One Piece.
Go for it.
Yeah.
I believe in you.
'Cause,
Believe in the heart of the
Art-
cards.
Right now, I'm
Animate 'em.
sure itching my chest.
Animate 'em.
So,
Animatum relies on you and the other show, our
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
So we'll probably do
I
that.
suck.
And then Cricket could probably go home, shower up, refresh himself, and come back later on to finish off the thing with the three of us. Then you head back home because, you know, you're going to have to probably work the next day.
Yeah.
My first thought was to just do that here, but then again, that would just come
Pick up on the audio, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Well, I
Just
figured
in
we
the
could...
background while you're doing some kind of like horror game. You just hear the water running.
Hear it soap drop, and we're just like, ah! Cricket comes back. Cricket comes back out,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Why you guys look horrified?"
Cricket's having a warm, steamy shower. In your
You
house.
need to narrate ASMR videos seriously. Like we're gonna set it up one day where we just have you read the grossest fan fiction of all time. And, like I don't know.
I'll read like My Immortal or something.
Oh, no, I got a better one. Warhammer 40k Squad Broken.
We're not. No,
I'm curious now. I'm looking this up on my phone. What is
not
it?
now.
Okay.
Look it up
Um,
later.
What is it?
I won't say. You just have to.
So Cricket just came up with the name. October was originally going to be called Scaredy Cricket, which was just our code name for scaring the shit out of Ken. Cricket. We keep saying your name because
His name is
you're
Ken.
so lovely. It's not like they don't know by now. It's on our freaking business cards.
Yeah, I know.
We have to eventually, but Cricket's gonna live his life eventually like Swagger Souls. Just a constant
Yeah,
helmet
yeah.
on his head, and it just never comes off no matter what.
See, I'm like the opposite. Like, I don't like things on my head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you only have that for like fan meetup type things eventually
Yeah.
in the future.
That's also why I tried to make it so open.
Yeah.
How do you know I didn't like things on my head? I never said that to you before now.
I assumed that, just people don't like things on their heads in general. And I
Plus,
wanted
you
to make
never
sure
wear
it had
hats or anything,
That's
so.
true. I have to wear a hat at work and it goes up my ass 55 miles.
Any which way.
It's really touch the face.
more confused than anything.
Any which way. Spooktober, I guess, is what we're gonna call it now. I like that. Maybe we can get our graphic designer on creating a nice spooky setup for us, and we're gonna be doing
scary.
Cricket. We're going to be playing games of spooky origins. I got a couple already set up. I bought a bunch.
Spooky nature.
There is one game I want to play because we got it free from PAX like 3 years ago, but it doesn't run on my computer at all. Like, I need a freaking monster graphics card to run this game. It sucks. It looks really cool. It's called Husk. You've seen it.
Right.
If you guys want a decently good horror game, go play Husk.
If
Also-
your computer can handle it.
Yeah, if your
Look up
computer
its
can handle it.
information.
Yeah,
Look up about it. Make
it's
sure.
graphically intensive. It looks beautiful and it looks great, and it has like that old school horror vibe to it, where like the fog is so thick from rendering the level. But it's weird because it takes a lot of graphic power to run. Like, I played it without recording equipment, and it was chugging. But I did pick up some awesome stuff. I went thrift shopping again and got some crazy games for some stuff I've been working on. Including mostly Sierra games. Cricket knows about some of them, but I'll pass them around now so you guys
I
can
was
see
gonna
them and
ask someone, but I
describe.
realized I shouldn't do it on the podcast. But, ooh.
Though you guys can say what they are out loud.
Oh, I have Gabriel Knight, Sins of the Father, a supernatural psycho thriller. That sounds
Yeah, it's by Sierra.
I've got Space Bucks, Build a
By
Galactic
Sierra.
Transport Empire, and Sin City 2000. The ultimate city simulator.
And I have Lost in Time, Plotted Your Doom, Century
I
Reborn.
am obsessed with trying to figure that out because look at the back. Look at that shitty FMV look.
Oh, yeah.
God.
I want to see what that game looks like.
Oh, that looks like...
It looks
You know
like a
what it kinda
potato. And then
Looks
also,
like the image enhancer in the original Blade Runner.
Yeah.
Oh, he's doing that, yeah.
Oh my god! On the back of the Space Bucks thing, it has a bunch of coming soon game It's actually advertising games that were going to come out soon after this. So let's see, Rise and Rule of Ancient Empires.
Robert E. Lee, Civil War General.
huh?
That's cool.
Oh, Sierra. But this is the cream of the crop that I got at
Never Neverwinter Nights.
I got a
Oh,
boxed
shit.
copy of Neverwinter Nights, and the coolest thing is, like, look at this artwork on the inside.
Ooh, that's kind
It's really, really cool.
That's
Yeah.
shifty.
Yeah, Swifty. Wow, you don't even watch it, but that was great. I loved that. What's really cool, though, I was super shocked. On the inside,
Rick and Morty.
it comes with the actual original ringed manual.
Oh, that's dope.
I did not expect that.
And it's in pretty good condition.
Strategy.
Yeah.
Miss Lombardi. This was owned by a school at one point.
Yeah. It's really cool because you're not supposed to resell it. It's actually supposed to be given back to Scholastic after you use
Oh yeah,
it.
Scholastic clubs and fairs.
Yeah.
This is like
You're actually supposed to give it to them, but
The power of the this is a very
the power of the thrift store.
thrift store Illuminati.
But I've been thinking about it.
I need to go to the thrift store again.
I'll bring you with me.
Yeah.
We go all the time to just
I'm
check
looking
for
at the
stuff.
sysrec. The system requirements:
Where-
8 millibytes of RAM.
I know. I love looking at the old games where they're just like, oh my god, this graphic intensive game needs
Needs
3 gigabytes of
needs
RAM.
500.
Like 1 gigabyte of RAM, sorry.
Yeah.
And it's like, whoa.
Laughs in
It's like, what was
terabytes.
it, Neuromancer, where it's like 8 gigs of hot RAM or something? Like
Yeah.
Line. It's like really impressive. But I don't remember if the number was 8, but you know what I mean.
No, it's
Yeah.
not 8 because it would probably be like way less than that.
No, it was like 4 or something.
Yeah.
It was like this thing has 4 gigs of hot RAM.
So, what did you say you bought at the thrift store?
Oh, I bought a big duck.
That's what he bought. It legitimately is just a gigantic duck.
Or like a toy duck.
Like
What?
it,
A
like
stuffed animal?
a
or-
stuffed animal
It's
chick
something
duck
chick.
thing. It is.
You should get a picture so you can put it onto this podcast.
Oh, there is.
There is a picture, but it has him in it, so I
Look
don't
how
want to put it.
shitty.
Oh,
this
just put
game,
the
like,
the miner head on top of it.
It's me.
That
It's
is-
the size of his body.
Oh wow, yeah.
I love it. That is adorable.
Thank you. It should be adorable, and I slept
It's
with
the
it.
size. He slept with it. Like that has different connotations depending on how you're listening to that.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, here's the new Thrall book, Treason.
Thrawn.
Thrawn.
You call it Thrall.
Thrall.
That's
Yeah,
a
because
slave, a Viking slave. Yeah.
no, World of Warcraft.
Oh, okay, I don't play WoW.
Oh, talking about WoW. WoW Classic is addictive as shit, and I had to cancel my membership so I could actually get shit done.
You know what?
I had to. I was so involved.
I noticed.
I even switched my account to Do Not Disturb just so I could play WoW without anyone talking
Yeah,
to
I
me.
noticed that you were on Do Not Disturb for like a week.
Yeah.
Like almost the whole month, actually.
Yeah, actually, I was.
I
nice.
I legitimately was not stopping playing, so I canceled my membership because I'm like, no, I can't do this right now. Like, if I was streaming, oh yeah, I wouldn't care because I'd be like
Streaming it.
but I'm not streaming it or making videos on it right now. But it's fun. It's a lot of fun. I am so happy it's back, and man, it's the sense of community was what I was missing all along. Like I told you, I was just questing around and I couldn't get one done, and then I just turned around and I was like, hey, you doing this quest? And they're like, yeah, I'm having trouble. You need help? And I'm like, yeah. Me and a group of 5 people now are just grouped up, and we're like storming this island together, like the fucking 5 of us, like all low levels, and we beat the quest, and we're just like, yeah, thank you guys, like this was awesome and fun. And it really, even when I was losing and dying, it was so much more fun to have that sense of community, because I can go into Warframe and be like, hey guys, I need help in this quest. Oh my god, why? Go fuck yourself. Why do you need help? You are so pathetic. Then you get like one person who's just like, oh man, I had a hard time doing that quest. You need some help? And then they'll storm through the quest without you and complete it. And you're just like, oh, so
You just did it for me.
yeah, I didn't get anything out of this. So the sense of community that WoW Classic brought back to some of the MMOs, I think a lot of them have to go back and look at Classic WoW now and realize that this sense of community actually builds a bigger bond with your community because you're reliant on each other. And Warframe is the perfect game for that, because one frame can't win the war. You need all of your brethren to...
That's why it's the Warframe.
One frame can't win a war. You need all of them. So I'm hoping that next update with like the grown-up Tennos, which, by the way, if they let us be grown-up Tennos, hell yeah, I want a beard.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Like, I'm done being a whiny little teenage boy. I want to be an
Can we
actual...
stop? Yeah.
Like, I'm not excited about the over-sexualization of the fact that there's going to be grown women in the game now, so that's
no.
going to be weird.
Yeah, I didn't think of that. Fuck.
Jeez.
Yeah.
No, thank you. I don't want psychic crazy ladies.
Not to mention that your spaceship itself literally has, like, space aids growing on it, so...
Yeah.
So, like, not very sexy.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
Especially that surgical chair that's just like covered in
Space aids. It's
tubes
space
and
aids.
knives.
Oh, now I'm turned on.
Wow.
You really are
Nurgle got me good. It's like a Nurgle Slanesh monster, and he's like sitting in the corner. Oh yeah, like snot pouring down his face.
This podcast portrays me as the fusion of Nurgle and Slanesh. But I'm not.
Yeah,
like
even
that.
the worst thing is that you're not even like a Slaneshi thing. Like I have always
Yeah,
been
he's
into
a
like the
Slanesh.
Slanesh stuff.
He's a
Yeah,
fucking weirdo.
yeah, weirdo. I'm fine with it. I accept it.
Weirdo.
Yeah, I accept it. Should get tattooed weirdo somewhere on my
On
body
your
and
fucking forehead.
No, that I'm not the Joker. Damaged. By the way, I don't know if you watched it, but the Rooster Teeth crew did a werewolf. You know the game Werewolf?
No.
So basically, there's people at a table. One person is the werewolf. It's up to
Okay, yeah.
the rest
Oh,
of
yeah, I know
the people to figure it out. Yeah,
It's like Mafia.
yeah,
That's how Mafia works.
yeah. So it they were playing that, but it was Batman version. So they all cosplayed Batman characters, and Jeff, I forget his last name. It begins with an R. It's in my head, but won't come out. He did Joker from the Batman, from the Suicide Squad thing, and instead of putting damage on his head, he like wrote in Sharpie, "Ouch." I was like, that's my favorite like image of just Jeff like, "Ouch."
Could have been like, oof.
It just says "ouch."
Yeah.
I like it.
No, it's just right fragile.
But you write it backwards.
Yes.
So you're like fucked up in the mirror.
Or you just like the fragile stickers on box, you slap that on your forehead.
Fragile must be French.
Yeah.
Movie references that only I get.
No, I didn't get that yet.
I was thinking Rugrats.
Nope. Fragile must be French. It's from it's from a Christmas story. The leg and the thing comes
I
a
don't want to see
fragile
clips
thing.
of it. I don't have a stomach
Fragile.
to see something like that.
Fragile. I like when he gets kicked in the face by Santa Claus. As a kid, I was just like, yeah. I don't know why, but
I
that
don't
was
do
me.
Christmas movies.
You know, I recently went and saw a play.
Gay.
With my fiance because
I'm
her
just kidding.
sister was in it. So we went
Now
and
I feel
saw it.
bad.
Yeah, you should. We
Don't
went.
tell her you said that.
We went and saw it, and it wasn't bad. Obviously, it was. They were like young adults in it. One of the ladies could really sing. I actually enjoyed her part. But they had a song in the middle of this play. And by the way, this play is called Imaginary.
Okay.
It's about not losing your imagination and growing up, but also remembering that your past and your imagination will always grow with you type of deal. Like, you don't have to let it go to become an adult. Like, it was a really good message. Maybe not conveyed in the best way. But the teachers legit have a song after the intermission about wanting to torture and beat kids.
What?
Like, one of
That's
them
great.
literally says, "Remember the days when we could whack their hands and they bleed." Like, what?
I love it.
It was f***ed up, but it was also, like, really funny. But it just...
I have to say, as somebody who's been a TA a couple times,
Yeah.
there's some kids.
Cricket's just like, yo, listen, I've been a TA. If we could hit kids, it would work out easier.
That reminds me of the musical thing of an idea I had a while back.
Oh, no.
Alright, and then
It's gonna be springtime for a Hitler, but more offensive.
So, do you know about the Grand Guignol?
Yes.
A musical anthology of the Grand Guignol. Guignol, how the fuck you say it? So
Gab-go-gab-galab.
you know the Grand Guignol?
Yes.
You know about it, right?
The
Grand
No, I
Gib-
don't.
glop,
Alright,
glop.
so in between, like, from, like, the late
Shibboleth,
1800s to...
shibboleth.
Fuck, I want to tell this story. This is the stuff I'm into. So, in, like, the late 1800s and into World War... right around the beginning of World War I, There was actually the 20s. There was a theater in Paris called the Grand Guignol, and their whole premise was their plays were just gory horror plays. They pioneered special effects. You probably
Yeah, they used originally, before all the shit went down, they used like actual live pig's blood
They
at
used
one
like
point.
they
Yeah,
used like pig eyeballs. And
Yeah.
they did a lot of like eyeball ripping out scenes, and they like one of the directors of the theater would go to the theater like butcher shops and like bounce the eyeballs because he wanted like a nice bounce to his eyeballs. So you have like, a scene in the play where like someone's eye gets ripped out and like it bounces nice. All right, so my idea was a Grand Guignol inspired anthology movie that was musical. It was a musical. Okay.
people would really dig that though. You
Yeah.
know that, right?
I know, yeah.
Especially here.
So it'd be like a gory horror thing that's a musical.
I mean, literally, I know you're not like his biggest fan, but seriously, if you pitched that to him, he'd probably take it.
Tim Burton.
Tim Burton.
Yeah, I know you're
He'd
gonna-
straight up love
or
that.
Terrence Sedunick.
Yeah.
Carnival and that shit.
Yeah,
Repo is I love Repo.
Repo, the Genetic Opera,
Fucking
is one of the greatest musicals ever written.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
so good. It's up there with, for me, it's not for you. It is literally one of the worst things you've ever seen in your life. But it's Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Ah!
I adore that
Fucking hate
with
that.
every fiber of my being. It could never be ripped away from me. It is amazing.
Like if I knew how to do music, I'd be making a Weekend horror musical. It'd be fucking amazing.
We have someone on our Rotten Brains team who can literally make music. You forgot about
I gotta
that.
pitch that to her. Help me make the music for this.
Yeah, her and I have been working on a project in the background. It's not gonna come up for a while, and we don't have a problem talking about it. It's her and I have been writing a script for a period drama based around Mercy Brown, the vampire.
Oh yes.
The vampire of
Musical.
Rhode Island. No, just a period drama, like a straight up
Oh, that's cool.
period piece about Mercy Brown with more horror elements and taking into effect like the whole supernatural thing, like she
Yeah.
would come back and suck the spirit out of people, even though that wasn't like probably what happened most likely. It's still like it's the mythos around her,
Yeah.
as Rhode Islanders would tell you that like that macabre nature, like she's one of the most important stories we have. She's very important to us. So it
And to think,
It'd be
people
cool.
think that we're all just Buddy Cianci and Family Guy.
yeah.
We are Lovecraft land.
Yeah, we're the Lovecraft land, home of the vampire queen,
Oh hell yeah.
Mercy Brown.
I long wanted to do a historical thing that would fuse history and like mystical shit.
Okay.
Based around Grigory Rasputin.
That's cool.
Yeah, I've always wanted like late Imperial Russia, and like throwing in like all the weird religious cults that were present in like late Imperial Russia, and like mixed with the history, kind of like fused together, like the history and
Yeah.
weirdness.
Fistery sounds like a
Thanks.
I know you didn't say fistery, but I heard fistery.
Okay.
And I'm like, I want there to be a documentary about the history of fighting, and they call it fistery.
History.
Yeah.
Why would you be the history of boxing?
It could be the history of boxing. I don't care. Just call it fistery. I don't give a what it's about. I'll pay for it.
That sounds just about fisting people.
Fistery! And it has like that stereotypical fighting Irish dude.
Oh yeah.
I love how Miner has been here the whole time, just not
Hasn't
talking.
said a single word.
He doesn't
What
even
games
show.
have you played other than Fortnite, you loser? I know you
Night,
went
night,
back.
you going
He
Fortnite.
he only went back to play Fortnite because they had the Batman in Gotham City. That's the only reason he went back. So he's not playing the game fully. He just went back to see the
There's a
Bat. Yeah.
bar in our state called Fortnite, and I know it's not it's called
Oh, I know exactly where that is.
yeah.
Why? Wait, hold on. You don't even drink.
Oh, but I see it every time I go downtown.
Yeah. Like it's right near Kennedy Plaza.
hmm
No, no.
Yeah, and every time on the bus I go by it, someone makes a joke. I'm gonna go drink at Fortnite. I'm an asshole.
So, if we got a whole bunch of Fortnite people at Rhode Island Comic Con, I'd want to drag them over there just so they could do the dance in front of that sign.
The freaking bar owner comes out with a shotgun and he's like, "This isn't no true star." What do they use in thing? I know that in the Save the World they use stars, but what do they use in actual Battle Royale? It's like colors, right?
Yeah, I think so.
This ain't no gray shotgun. I don't know.
Yeah, they use colors.
Yeah.
Because it goes from gray, green.
Louder.
Gray, green, blue.
Purple, orange.
Yeah, purple, orange.
Yeah, just like World of Warcraft and all that.
There you go. Now talk.
And Borderlands. He's fine. Talking of Borderlands, Fortnite actually put out a weird Psycho pack for.
Yeah.
I saw
That
that.
was alright. I liked Pandora. It gave you shield. I also went back for that, and then I rage quit after it was over because the sweats came back.
Yeah, I know that
Like,
you start.
every fun update they leave, so you can have fun. Then when it's done, they come back, so you.
What are
rage
the
quit.
sweats?
People that just play nonstop?
Oh.
That pretty much
I love how
you
that's an
cannot win.
insult. It's called the sweats. I guess fat people lost the rights to the word the sweats.
No,
Oh boy, I got the sweats. But now it's just like sweaty Fortnite players are like,
Come on, come on! I gotta win! I gotta get the 150K! I gotta do it!
but here's the thing: is that in the Fortnite stuff, like KDA doesn't mean anything because it doesn't have a stat. Correct? Minor, like it doesn't have a.
This is Katie.
I thought it was like your rank.
Yeah, it doesn't really have a rank.
The only
thing
thing
or
that
anything.
matters is an arena, but that's like if you're going towards tournaments and stuff.
Yeah, I don't think like.
Which that's only pretty much for professionals.
Yeah, so it like. As I explained to someone, like, one of the biggest things about the live service thing is that, like, if the game shuts down tomorrow, you don't get to keep anything. And that's the biggest problem. Like, I bought the Fortnite Save the World mode because it's actually really interesting. I like the idea of building the base and having your own base and having the waves attack you.
Do
and
I suck at building bases? Yes. Do I keep them? Yes.
They're pretty fun. And I wish they put more emphasis on that story mode because it would be a lot of fun, but it's just died out.
It's not making that Fortnite money.
It is, but it's not
It's not
making
making enough.
that
the only thing
Fortnite
that's
money.
making the money is Battle Royale.
Royale, yeah.
Why? Because it's free.
And
then everyone said, "Oh, Save the World is gonna be free in 2019." We're almost near the end. It's not gonna be free.
it's not going to be free because that's the version of the game where, like, I just wish that. Here's the thing, like, if the Save the World mode actually let you earn items and then unlock them in the Battle Royale mode, I think that would be better because it would mean that your money was actually worth something. The coolest thing I found out with Save the World back when I used to play with Miner and others was in Save the World you can earn the virtual currency, the paid currency. You can earn it in Save the World mode, so pretty quickly actually.
From 0 V-Bucks to 2,000
in like
within
a day, yeah. So it may have taken us a while to grind out the coins, but we got like 2,000, and that was enough to actually just get the stuff for free.
Most, just a legendary skin is just 2,000.
Yeah, so we were able to actually pick up the extra stuff. Like, if they put more emphasis on that and, like, said, hey, look, you don't have to pay for V-Bucks if you... Like, I think more people would be less angry at the microtransactions at the game if they actually emphasized that more, but it seems that it just doesn't.
They're kind of doing that now, because all the pickaxes in the Save the World you're actually able to get in Battle Royale now.
That's probably why I have so many pickaxes. I booted it up the other day because they, like I said, they just added Gotham City, so they were looking for the Batcave. So I was like, okay, well, I've read comic books, let's look for the Batcave, and it's not in the game. There's a mansion in the game that's on a cliff like Bruce Wayne's manor, but it's not there. We checked underneath the Wayne...
where all the Joker
yeah,
are.
Nothing. We destroyed like all the...
We destroyed that whole city.
Yeah, like everything. There was nothing in there, so...
And then where the parents' secret thing...
Yeah, where the parents died. The rosary bead, the pearl beads, and the roses on the ground are in a different location, not near the theater. Yeah.
They're like in the middle of an apartment.
Yeah.
In the...
They're still in an alley, but it's not near the theater.
Yeah.
The theater's down the street.
It's next to Wayne
Enterprises.
Enterprise and the hotel.
Yeah. It's weird, and it's weird because Penguin's Iceberg Lounge isn't even in there, and that's like one of the most prominent places in all of Gotham. You like when you think of Gotham, there's like a couple of places.
Yeah,
it's Crime Alley. There's the theater, Wayne
Enterprises,
Enterprises,
Wayne Mansion, Arkham Asylum.
Well, Wayne's Mansion isn't in Gotham.
Like
it's on the outskirts of Gotham.
Yeah, so it'd be like on the edge of the map or something.
Yeah, and then there's always like the Iceberg Lounge. There's always Ace Chemicals. You know, these places have been there, and they just kind of just threw Ace Chemicals in there. Ace Chemicals doesn't even have its logo. It's just there.
It's just factories.
It's just a factory with like one vat, by the way. Yeah, it's super weird. But any which way, I think we've talked enough.
Can you at least jump into it and then have it be turned into a crazy thing?
Just so you guys know,
Raspberry.
while you had the Fortnite conversation, I read an interview with Rob Zombie on my phone.
That was way more worth your time than listening to us bitch about something.
It was actually really interesting.
His interviews are always interesting.
He said, I love this. I'll run quote from it. He says, regarding heavy metal and horror, they're treated by the mainstream like they're just one step above pornography.
Yeah, I mean, he's totally
he
right.
actually some great lines. Like, he says, like, look how big Iron Maiden is, for example. If you go and ask the average person on the street, who's Iron Maiden, they go, I don't fucking know. But they're monstrously huge, and they'll always be just like horror movies will be.
Yep.
I love that.
That's
And then at
that's
the end,
great.
he has this great bit. He says, but I don't give a shit. It doesn't matter. All my favorite stuff isn't mainstream anyway. And he said, that's what's cool about it. It's not mainstream. That's what appealed to me. I love this guy now. I love Rob Zombie anyway, but like...
I've always liked him. He's always been a pretty cool guy.
Yeah.
Besides, his writing skills with movie are terrible. Like, just stick to your music. He's
His
bad.
music, I love his music. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. But yeah.
He's bad at right. Like,
I've never seen any of his movies, to be honest.
didn't
I
he?
love
Yeah, he did Halloween, and
Yeah.
it was bad. It just filled with tropes. If you do want a good horror movie by Rob Zombie, though, House of a Thousand Corpses is awesome.
Ooh.
House of a Thousand Corpses is one of my favorite horror movies of all
Oh,
time.
really? Wow.
It's really cool. So I think that's where we're gonna end this.
Okay.
We talked about Fortnite for some reason, and I feel like I need to go wash my brain out with floss.
But I saved
But
this.
thanks.
For Rob Zombie.
I was saying floss literally as Cricket did the floss dance.
This is
and-
why we don't talk
Okay,
about
I've been
bad
Fearless Hobo.
I've been Cricket.
I've been Minor.
I've been Cosmonaut.
And we'll see you guys next time. Most likely in the AV club, and then the book club later.
We'll be getting that chicken dinner.
That is the wrong game.
I know.
Goodbye.
Bye.